Welcome to Gaming Alchemy, everyone. I hope you enjoy today's video.
Well, I'm very excited to be bringing you a playthrough of Star Wars Outer Rim today with the Unfinished Business expansion. And so, I've already set the game up. I have chosen Bossk as the character we are going to be playing as. And basically in this game, we are going to be earning fame. So we start with 0 fame, and our goal is to try to get to 8 fame before our opponent, Dengar, in this case, gets to 10 fame. And the reason why he has to get 2 more fame than us is because we are playing with the ambition expansion, which adds some goals that we have to complete in order to win the game. So we got to complete these 3 goals and then do this final one in order to complete the game. And as you can see, there's a little bit of flavor text that says, "You don't care who stands in your way or who you have to kill. You will catch your quarry, whatever it takes." And so the very first thing we have to do is start to get noticed. We need to gain the reward from 1 white pip or 1 green pip bounty. So I'll explain what those are in a minute. Prove our abilities, so gain the reward from 1 yellow or orange pip bounty. 3 pip or 4 pip bounty. And again, I'll explain that. And then the third thing we have to do is demonstrate that no one can keep you from your prey, win 1 ship combat against a patrol. And then lastly, we need to nab a target big enough to earn the title of Galaxy's Most Feared Bounty Hunter. So we gain action card 97. And the final goal is going to be to gain the reward from the Bib Fortuna bounty card. This game has this giant deck of cards that are going to be revealed when we encounter certain characters and certain things happen. The game is going to tell us when to pull these cards and resolve them. So what are all the ways that you can gain fame in the game? Well, we have personal goals. So Bossk here has a personal goal to have at least 1 mod and 2 gear with a combined cost of at least $15,000 to gain a fame, and then I can flip this card, which gives me just some extra abilities and stuff. So that's one way we can get victory points. Another way is ship goals. So we start with kind of a starter, basic generic ship that costs $0. And they have 0 ways to get fame on them. But as we upgrade our ships, they're going to have an ability on them that lets us perform a certain action that will let us flip this to the other side. And then we would get a fame point that way as well. And another cool ability. So some of the other ways are through bounties. So we actually start the game with this bounty, Garindin. And if we eliminate him, we can gain $6,000 in a fame. If we capture him, we will get 2 fame, 7,000 credits, and a rebel reputation. So those are another way we can get fame, is through delivering bounties. We can also deliver illegal cargo, which are these cards here. So it's the very first card, and this is illegal cargo. And we can't buy it on Cantonica, but we can deliver it to Cantonica to gain a fame and 7,000 points. So that's another way we can get fame. And jobs are another way. So they look like this. It'll tell you what to do on it. And then if you complete that, you will also get a certain amount of fame and sometimes money too. And we can also win combat against patrols that are going to be flying around the universe, and we will encounter them. Or we can also buy these luxury cards from the market deck, which are, well, this one's actually a job, but sometimes there's jobs and cargo and stuff in the other decks. So that's a horrible example, so sorry about that. But there will be some ways to gain fame through those cards as well. Another cool thing about this game is you see all these tracks here. This tracks our fame that we have with all the different factions in the game. So there are the huts. So it's our card that we started with told us that we have positive hut reputation. So that is the huts. We also have the syndicate, the Imperials, and the rebels. So depending on different things that happen in the game, you're either going to go up or down in reputation, and the different events that we're going to encounter on the different planets are going to be affected by our positive or negative influence with those factions. So that's really cool. And I've already set up Bossk. We got a bounty with him right here. That was the Garandin one. Sorry, we got Garandin from our ambition card, and we got Dr. Evazan from our setup card that they told us to grab when we started the game. And Bossk has a action here that he can do on his turn. We can recover 2 damage from our character and 2 damage from our ship every turn. And that's going to be really handy because Dengar is going to be attacking us periodically throughout the game. And Dengar is going to be controlled by this AI deck. So he's got a specific Dengar card, and then he's got a bunch of other cards, and we're going to flip one every turn and just follow the steps and do what it says. So on our turn, this is what we're going to be able to do. So we have 3 steps. We have a planning step, action step, and an encounter step. So planning step, choose one. We get to move up to our ship's movement value, or we can gain $2,000 if we don't want to move, or 2,000 credits. Or we can recover all damage required if we are defeated. So when you get defeated, you just kind of lay your standee down, and that's all you can do for the planning step is stand your guy back up. But you get to remove all your damage. And then in the action step, we can perform any or all. So you can do all these things once. So we can deliver cargo and bounties for fame points and money. We can do a market action. And these are the market cards up here. So we can buy ships from this deck. We can buy gear from this deck. We can get new jobs from this deck. We can get more bounties from this deck. This is that luxury deck I was talking about. And these are the illegal cargo decks. And when we choose to buy something from the market, we can choose to, if we don't like the top card of any deck, we can choose the deck we want to buy from. We can flip up to 2 cards from the top if we don't like the ones that are there. And we can also trade cards with other players in our space. So with a solo playthrough, that's not really going to matter. And then the last step is the encounter step, which we would fight a patrol. So they're going to be flying around. And if we have negative reputation with a patrol in our space, then we would have to fight them. If we have neutral reputation with that faction, then we just have to stop on that space with that patrol. And if we have positive reputation, we can actually move right through that patrol. So that's pretty cool. We can also resolve an encounter card. So every planet that we are going to go on has a deck of event cards that we can encounter. Or there's also going to be crew tokens or contact tokens on each planet that we can try to get them to join our ship and become crew on our ship. Or if we have a bounty for them, we can try to eliminate them or capture them, and we will get fame points and money for doing that. So I'm not going to give a rules breakdown or anything like that. I'll kind of just explain what I'm doing as I play the game, and hopefully you can learn the game by that and through that. And that's kind of the format that I'm going to be using today. And because our ambition card says that we want to get a lot of bounties this game, I think that's what our main focus is going to be, at least in the beginning here. And we will have to fight these bounties. So I've got this guy here, and I've got Garandin here. And so we're going to have to fight them based on their fight values here. So 2 for the doctor and 3 for Garandin. So, but we need to find them first. So that is going to be our goal. We are going to try to find these guys so that we can potentially capture them and get fame and money for them. So the two bounties I am looking for both have a white border around their contact tokens, so like these. So these are all face down right now, so we don't know who any of these guys are. But we want to go to this planet here to try to uncover this white contact token so we can see if that is one of the guys we are looking for. So we can move our ship up to 6 spaces. So we only need to go 2, 1, 2. And our starting card said that we started on Takodana. That's why I started there. So we're going to go head over to the King, or the Ring of Kafrene. But before we reveal those contact tokens, we get to do an action first, because revealing a contact token happens in the encounter step, which is the 3rd step. So we get to do a market action first. And these are our decks we get to choose from. Because I am going to be potentially fighting a lot of bounties here, I kind of want to make my attack value higher, which is in the gear cards here, we can find things that will help us get a higher attack strength to make it easier to fight these guys. So this one isn't that great. It's a ship mod, and we don't really care that much about ship mods. So we're going to discard that one, and we get to flip the first card. Or I guess that's what we did. And now we're revealing this next one, which is armor. It costs 8,000 credits. We only started the game with 7,000 credits. So already that's not great. One more 1,000 credits and we could have bought this, but we can't. So I think we get to flip cards one more time. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to discard that and flip this and hope we get something better that I can afford. And we do. We find some armor, which costs us $3,000, and it gives us 2 more armor, and we can only have 1 of these per character. So why don't we do that? Let's buy that, and it'll make us a little beefier. And that armor card is going to go here, and it's going to cost us $3,000. So I'll give this 5,000 in and get 2,000 back. Okay, so now we can have our encounter step. So we can choose to reveal this guy there. And so let's do that. And that's hilarious. It's Gurinden, the very guy we are looking for. That is pretty lucky. So we are directed to card number 10 in this giant deck. So this is Gurinden's card. So if we had negative Imperial reputation or positive Rebel reputation, we would have to test stealth. If we fail, we move the Imperial patrol directly to your space and encounter it. That's bad. But if you pass or did not perform the test, because we actually have neutral reputation with both the Imperial and the Rebels, so we could spend $2,000 to gain Gurinden as a crew member. And we could choose to eliminate him or capture him later at a later time. But I think we're just going to try to fight him and eliminate him now so we can, well, I think we'll try to capture him so we can get more fame and a better reward for doing that. So Gurinden's attack value is 3 and ours is also 3. So we are going to have a combat round here. We're each going to roll 3 dice and we're going to see who has more hits. So the dice look like this. So this is a crit symbol. It's worth 2 hits. This is a normal hit, which is worth 1. Eyeballs or focus, whatever they're called, are worth nothing unless you have an ability that lets you use it. And then there's also some blanks on there. So we're going to roll our dice against Gurinden and see what happens. If we defeat him, then we can choose to either eliminate or capture him. We're going to try to capture him, and then we can deliver his crew token there, contact token, to Kessel, and we can gain 7,000 credits, 2 fame, and a Rebel reputation. So that's pretty good. So let's go roll dice. Okay, here is my roll for Bossk. Wow, so we end up getting 3 hits there. And then we will roll for Gurinden and see what he does. And he also rolls 3 hits. So in this case, I just looked up the rules. The attacker wins ties. So we are the attacker, so we win that combat. Which means we get to take his contact token onto his card, and we are going to deliver him on a later turn. And now it is Dengar's turn. So he also has a planning step, action step, and a counter step every turn. And we're going to do the first thing that applies. So he is not defeated, so we're not going to recover all damage. He does have a bounty. He started the game with a bounty for Ponda Baba. Baba? Ponda Baba? I don't know how you say that. But so he is going to try to reveal that contact token for him and try to eliminate him. And he is a white bordered contact token, so he is going to try to go to the nearest planet with a white border contact token, which is this guy here, Lothal. So he's going to go 1, 2, and then we are going to go to the next step on his AI card, which says do all that apply. So he's going to buy a gear card. If unable and on a planet, discard top card of the market deck and gain $4,000. So he started the game with $6,000, and our market deck has a gear card worth $4,000. So he is going to buy this armor card to give him +1 armor. So the AI opponents don't deal with the text on here, but he will gain the armor when we fight him. So we are going to put that gear card above his player board, and we will move on to his encounter step. So the first two options, A and B, deal with patrols in the space, and there are no patrols in the space, so we're going to go right on to C, which says encounter a bounty target, character, crew, or contact in this space. So that is what he's going to do. He is looking for white contact tokens, and who do we have? Ponda Baba! Holy cow! I swear that I did not rig this. This is just the way it's happening. So he is going to have a combat with him now. Nope, sorry, actually, he is just going to have what's called an unopposed bounty, which means he is just going to, he doesn't have to fight him, he just basically gets the reward on the card. And the reward on the card basically says gain $5,000 and 1 fame. So we are going to do that. And he is also going to take the damage equal to his combat value, which is 2. So he's going to take 2 damage, get $5,000 and a fame. So we're going to put 2 damage on him. He's going to get $5,000 more dollars, and he starts us off with 1 fame. And now this card gets discarded from the rest of the game forever. And then I actually forgot, I was supposed to take damage when I fought Grindan there. He had 3 damage on me. So I also take 3 damage. See, I'm already forgetting rules. Sorry about that. And that is the end of turn 1. Okay, I just got to quickly do something that I forgot to do before. So whenever you buy an armor card or any card in the market, actually, the next card in that deck will have some symbols on it that we have to resolve. And I forgot to do that. When I bought my armor card before, I was supposed to resolve the next gear card in the deck, which was the card that Dengar, Dengar bought. And so these are the symbols here that we have to resolve. So this means that the Imperial Patrol is going to move 3 spaces towards me. So we'll do that. And then this symbol here means if there is 1 to 2 players playing the game, then we are going to flip a contact token in the planet that we're in. So we'll just do that right now, quick. So the Imperial Patrol is going to move 1, 2, 3 spaces towards me. And we are going to flip the lowest contact token, which is the white one, on Tatooine. And then Dengar also bought a gear card. So the next card in that particular deck has this symbol here, which means we are going to move the Hutt Patrol up to 3 spaces towards him now. So here the Hutt Patrol will also move 3 spaces and is on the same space as the Imperial Patrol. The other quick thing I was going to mention is that everybody has some abilities here on the bottom of their cards, and you can gain more abilities like this through crew and other things, other abilities in the game that you'll get from cards and stuff. And what these are for is that every time we are asked to perform a test, we need to roll 2 of these dice. Okay? And if we don't have that particular skill, then in order to pass that test, we have to roll a crit symbol. Okay? If we do have one of those abilities, then all we need to roll is a crit or a hit, and we will pass that test. If we're doubled up on one thing, so say if I had strength twice, then we can actually pass that test with any symbol, including the focus symbol. Rolling 2 blanks obviously will still fail that test in that case, but just wanted to explain that a lot we have to do in this game is dealing with tests, and that is how we resolve those tests. And sorry, these are called skills, not abilities. These are abilities, these are skills. And at the start of turn 2, I am going to use Bossk's ability here to recover 2 damage from your character and 2 damage from your ship. So that is super handy. I'm going to do that, and we can do all these actions once per turn. And we do need to make it to Kessel to deliver Garandon's contact token to get 2 fame, $7,000, and a rebel reputation. So I think we are going to head towards Kessel over here, and that we can move our ship up to 6 spaces. So we are going to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this spot is called the Maelstrom, and we have to stop there no matter what. And we have to have an event there when that time comes. And since I am not on a planet, I can't do a market action or deliver cargo or anything like that. So the next step is to have an encounter, which is going to be the Maelstrom encounter. So let's deal with that now. And the encounter card for the Maelstrom says, flying into the Maelstrom may have been a mistake. Roll 5 dice. For each normal hit that we roll, your ship suffers 1 damage. If you are defeated, move 1 space. Otherwise, take an additional turn. So that's not too bad as long as we don't die. So let's do that roll and we'll see what happens. So our ship currently has a defense value of 3. So we want to try to roll less than 3 hits if possible. So we had to roll 5 dice. Let's see what we get. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, I guess. But the card does show the normal hit symbol, not the crit symbol. So I'm going to read that as you have to roll normal hits. So I'm going to say we only got 1 hit there. Hopefully that's right. So our ship takes 1 hit, and then it says on the card that we get to take an additional turn, which is awesome. So we are going to move right on to Kessel, and we are going to deliver Garandon's contact token to receive some fame and some money. And it says right here on the capture reward, deliver Garandon's token to Kessel to gain 7,000 credits, 2 fame, and 1 reputation. So let's do that now. So our reputation is going to go from 0 to 2. And we are going to get 7,000 more credits. Hooray! And we go up 1 with the rebels on reputation. And because we're on a planet, we can still do a market action. And I think we're going to take a job. I don't really love this one. So we are going to flip that one. And we're going to possibly take the next one. This one says, the Galaxy's elite gather at Naboo to bid on the dazzling Coruscant gem, the jewel of Yavin. It has already been stolen once, so you expect security to be tight. So we just can't buy it on Naboo, but we have to resolve it in Naboo, which we're kind of maybe going to head that way anyway. So why don't we take this one? It says, during our encounter step, we would have to resolve card 45, but we'd gain 15,000 credits and 1 fame and then remove this card from the game. So that sounds pretty fun, and I get to show you what that looks like. So let's do that. And the next card in the deck does not have any symbols that we have to resolve on it, so we're all good there. And for our encounter step, we are going to flip one of these contact tokens and see if we can recruit one of these guys to be crew for our ship. So let's do this guy here. And we have Zeton Maj. So we have to go to card 23 and resolve that card and see if we can get him to join us. And it looks like we can't recruit him. This is a weird crew card. It says this opportunity benefits us both, but there will be a cost. So it says we may lose a syndicate reputation to either gain 5,000 credits or take up to 5,000 credits from a player that has more fame than you. Well, unfortunately, we have 2 fame and Dengar has 1 fame. So we're gonna have to do the other option, which is still pretty good. We still get 5,000 credits. We do have to lose a syndicate reputation though. So we gain 5,000 credits, but our syndicate reputation is going to go down, unfortunately. Okay, and now for Bossk's turn. So it says, do the first that applies. If defeated, recover all damage. No. Move toward a bounty target, character, crew, or contact. So he actually resolved his last, or his only bounty on the last turn. So he has no bounties right now. So he is going to gain $2,000. I'll put that on his board. Then it says, do all that apply. If all bounty slots full, discard this player's highest class bounty card that does not match a character, crew, or face of contact. So he doesn't have a bounty, or they're not all full, or he doesn't have any. If not all bounty slots full, reveal cards from the bounty deck, market deck, until a bounty that matches a character, crew, or face of contact is revealed. Gain that bounty, then shuffle the deck. So the only contact token that is revealed right now is W1LE. And Bossk is the only character in play. So we got to flip cards on the market deck from the bounty deck until one of those 2 characters is revealed. And then Dengar is going to take that card. Okay, let's check the market deck. We got Chewbacca, Dr. Aphra, Saw Gerrera, Han Solo, Chopper, Ahsoka Tano, nothing, information broker, Jyn Erso, Forlom, random job, Hera Syndulla, Zeton Maj, which we already dealt with last time, Maz Katana, another random job, Boshek, and Lando Calrissian. So neither of those are in this deck. So I guess that means we are safe from Dengar hunting us for the moment. So I guess not all the contact tokens are in this deck because W1LE was not even in there. So he must not be a bounty you can actually get. And same with Bossk. So we'll move on to what the rest of his card says. And for his encounter step, it says if negative reputation matching a patrol in this space, encounter that patrol. He does not. And so he will encounter a bounty target, character, crew, or contact in this space. He doesn't actually have any bounties at the moment, but he will just reveal a contact token on the space he's on. And that would be this one here, which is Hondo Onaka.
Thanks for watching, everyone. That concludes our video for today. Join us for part 2 next time of our Star Wars Outer Rim with the Unfinished Business playthrough. Thanks, everyone, for watching again, and see you on the next video.